to yet another adventure in the apocalypse, which feels more apocalyptic every fucking day, doesn't it? Okay, so you won't see this, but it's about, as I'm making this, it's 7 days after the insurrection, or what the Nazis like to call, let's take our country back, you know, from the rest of us. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of little things I wanted to show you. Okay, first off, see this tomato? Well, those tomatoes that I moved from the garden into the solarium, that didn't work. They all died, but they had literally dozens of tomatoes on them that continued to ripen because they were connected to the vine. This is the last of them, and it is now January 14th. So we've been eating tomatoes since January 14th. So I'm going to cut this up for my mom because, as I told you before, my mom would eat a dog turd if you served it with a tomato. Well, maybe not that far, but you know what I mean. At any rate, so I'm making her breakfast right now, and so I'm going to show you a couple of little hacks here. So that was the first one. It didn't work, but it did work. But I also think you wouldn't have to bring the whole plant in. I think if you cut the vines, and that's what I'll do next year. I think if you cut the vines and brought the vines in someplace, wouldn't even have to be in the sun like the solarium. I think if we just brought them in and laid them out on our kitchen counters. Oh, and this is what we have. Because we keep light in our chicken yard and fool the chickens into thinking that it's springish, we're still getting eggs. So all kinds of protein just at our fingertips. They're laying, about anywhere from 6 to 10 eggs a day. So we're doing good. I'll make Mom her breakfast. Okay, so while that's finishing off, I turn that off. I'm going to show you my big mega hack. Okay, now you know that toasters are actually dangerous. Why are toasters dangerous? Because people never clean them. They never clean them because in order to do it the right way, you got to take them all apart and do all this shit. Or you can do what I do. Unplug it first. Take it and do this. Okay, now there are little doors on the bottom you can open, but as you can see, they're kind of a pain in the ass. Besides which, if you're willing to do that, it's clean enough.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, and you can do that on a regular basis. It's easy. And then only about once a year do I actually take it apart and clean it and all that shit. But the rest of the time I just do that. Okay, so you saw all this. Okay, now, let me get Mom's eggs out before they overfry. Because she doesn't like them when they're...
She doesn't like them done.
Okay, so if you look at it, Dad, while I'm doing this, I'll talk. Okay, so this sink is on a gray water drain. Oh, is that legal? Probably not. I don't give a fuck. It goes out the wall. It goes into a trap that catches all this stuff. And then from there, it flows down into a lava pit to clean it the rest of the way.
Yeah, lava rocks, yeah.
There's a pit of lava rocks out there. But at any rate, when I do this, see all those nice crumbs? They're going to go out, and the chickens are running in the pasture today, so the chickens are going to get to eat all that. And it was easy for me. Now, if I didn't have that, I'd take my toaster out to the chicken yard, dump it upside down and shake it out, and do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so, come on, I'll say something. Okay, so there's something I want to say. Okay, so what's happening to our country right now? Why is there so much division? Okay, so we evolved as a species. There were literally dozens of different kinds of hominoids. Okay, so what happened? We evolved to be afraid of anybody that looked different than us because they were going to come and take our food, or they were going to kill us and take everything we had, steal our fire, such things as that. So we evolved over millions of years to basically distrust anybody that was different. And so, as we evolve, this is one of the things we have to fight. We have to fight this looking at people that are different and being afraid of them, more evolved. Okay, so what happens? What happens is when you have something like a plague situation and people don't have enough food and they don't know if they're going to have enough food and they don't like to be told what to do, now all of a sudden you go into everybody that is a Jew becomes different. You go right back to those earliest tendencies. I'm coming back in now. There you go, Mom. You go right back to those earliest tendencies that we evolved so that anybody different must be the freaking enemy. Okay, so why are people losing? That's Rick. Rick doesn't like that we're talking seriously. He wants to just talk bullshit all the time. But anyway, so what's happened is that all of this evolved distrust of people that are different during a pandemic. Things like QAnon and neo-Nazi groups and white supremacist groups played to that. What's wrong with us? Well, you don't have to wear a mask. Masks shows dominance. They're trying to make you into a slave. Don't put a mask on. Oh, go to the Capitol and kill everybody because they're taking your country. They're going to take your food supply. They are primitives. That has happened to people. That has played to the most primitive part of their brain. The part of our brain that hasn't evolved yet, that we constantly fight. We're going to evolve eventually. But are we about to take a giant step backwards? Or are we going to wake up and realize the only people we really have to fear are the ones coming at us with spears? We can do this. You can do this. We can all do this. We can all make a difference. We can all help with the evolution of man. But we're going to have to stand up for ourselves and protect ourselves. The government is not going to come in and protect us personally. So, you can do this. You've got this. You're not primitive man. You're evolved, righteous, spiritual man. Go out and do good in the world. But wear your mask when you do it. Goodbye. See you later.